All right, y'all, I'm back with another story. Listen, we've talked about what's happening, as it relates to what's going on overseas in Ukraine. I've shared with you all in many videos. First of all, thank you all so much for continuing to support the channel the way that you do. Listen, I am very grateful and I appreciate each and every one of you all. But listen, y'all. We've talked a lot about what's happening overseas in Ukraine. We've asked a lot of questions right here on the channel. And, I've said that, hey, I'm not saying that I don't believe that countries, I don't believe that, well, let me just say it like this. I think that, in times where there's conflict, natural disaster, situations, I do feel like, countries should come together, humanitarian efforts and help those who are in need, right? I do think that countries have a responsibility to do that, and to help each other. But at the same time, as I also say, I feel like countries also need to help their own people as well. You all know we've asked a lot of questions here on the channel. I've talked about and I've shared with you all the fact that how our country here in the United States, which is where I am, how billions of dollars, y'all, billions, okay? Did you hear the billion? Billions of dollars, y'all. Billions of dollars, okay? That's a whole lot of money. Billions of dollars have been sent to, aid Ukraine with what's happening there. And there are a lot of questions, not only from me, but from other, concerned Americans. How's that money being spent? What is it being spent on? What's really going on, right? Well, a story that's making headlines today. Maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you have more insight. Please feel free to share in the comments. You all always know that I'm curious to know your thoughts. It came out today, okay, that our current administration, okay, in a reversal, okay, that's what the article is saying, in a reversal, our current administration, okay, our leader, right, in his administration, is preparing to send, okay, what's called Abrams, A-B-R-A-M-S, okay, A-B-R-A-M-S, I want to make sure I spell that right, Abrams tanks to Ukraine. Okay, now you all, I'm going to ask you, I'm sharing this information with you, but I'm going to ask you if you would, if you don't mind, to chime in, explain why this is so significant. Okay, so I want to read to you some information that I came across. And it says, after weeks of discussion, okay, after weeks of discussion, the Biden administration is preparing to send Abrams tanks to Ukraine. Now, it went from sending, from my knowledge, from my understanding, we have gone from sending money, okay? I don't know if we sent anything else in terms of food, soldiers. I don't know what else, okay? I know we were sending billions of dollars, but now we're sending tanks. Okay, y'all, I'm getting even more concerned because just how tangled up in this situation are we becoming, or intertwined in this situation are we becoming? I don't know the origins of, how Ukraine and Russia, how this all began. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me get my phone charger. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Okay, thank you all for your patience. I did not want the phone to go out. So I said, wait, let me get my charger. So y'all listen. From my understanding now, maybe it was a whole lot more going on than I had knowledge of, right? We have gone from sending billions of dollars, right? Billions of dollars to now we're sending tanks, okay? What is really going on and why are we becoming this involved in this situation? Okay, listen, y'all. After weeks of discussion, the Biden administration is preparing to send Abrams tanks. Okay, what are Abrams tanks? Maybe I'll cover that in just a moment. If you want to explain in the comments, okay? After weeks of discussion, okay, the Biden administration is preparing to send Abrams tanks to Ukraine. Abrams tanks to Ukraine, according to 3 senior U.S. officials. Now, the administration may announce the decision as early as Wednesday, which as of the time of this video will be tomorrow. The current plan includes a couple dozen Abrams tanks, okay? But the officials stress that the decision is not yet final and could change. All right, listen, y'all, the tanks would not be available, it says, to the Ukrainians immediately. it will take many months before the high-tech vehicles, listen y'all, it will take many months, the article says, before the high-tech vehicles arrive on the ground in Ukraine, the official said, and the training for Ukrainian troops is also expected to take several months. Okay, it sounds like we're getting ourselves involved in something that seemed like may lead to, you know, literally a world of trouble. What are your thoughts on this, y'all? Please let me know. The tanks, the article says, will be paid for through the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative. Okay, I don't know what that is. You may want to look that up. Again, the tanks, it says, would be paid for through the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative. Okay, you may want to do your research on that, which the article says draws weapons and equipment from private industry rather than from the U.S. stockpile. Okay, now is this a good or bad thing? You all let me know. Okay, the decision to move forward with providing the tanks would mark a reversal. I mean, they changed their mind for the Biden administration, which had been resisting pressure from Germany, okay, to send them to Ukraine. Now, just this past Friday, U.S. officials insisted that Biden was not inclined to provide Abrams tanks to Ukraine because members of his national security team, including Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, did not believe they would be a net positive for the Ukrainians, given how difficult they are to operate and maintain. Oh my goodness, y'all. Now, one official also stressed, the article says, at the time that Biden would not provide Ukraine with a costly, difficult to maintain system that his team doesn't think would help the Ukrainians against the Russians. It was not immediately clear what may have led the Biden administration to shift its stance on the tanks. Pentagon Press Secretary Pat Ryder, I don't want to mess up his title. I'm not that familiar with the abbreviations. It says BRIG and then dot general. Is that brigade general? I hope I didn't mess that up. No disrespect at all. But if someone could just school me on what that military abbreviation means. BRIG, the GEN, I'm assuming that's general, but I don't want to mess it up. So it says the Pentagon Press Secretary, BRIG dot gen dot Pat Ryder, declined to address the issue at a Tuesday briefing and was quoted as saying, when and if we have something to announce, we will. Okay, so it sounds like, it's like, hey, we want to tell y'all, we'll tell you. If we don't want to tell y'all, we're not going to tell y'all. Okay. Earlier Tuesday, the article says the Wall Street Journal reported that the Biden administration is, and I quote, leaning towards sending Abrams tanks to Ukraine. Okay, I'm going to look that up in just a moment. And I'm actually going to show you all this. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me flip my... Okay, so this is from the Wall Street Journal. And this apparently is a picture of what the tank looks like. Okay, just to kind of give you a visual there. You all please chime in with your thoughts, okay? All right, y'all. So please make sure that you leave your comments below. This doesn't sound too good at all, y'all. It seems like by doing something like this, okay, if this is, now this is all alleged, okay? They're saying that the announcement is supposed to come tomorrow. If it does come, you know, I'll go on, maybe I'll go live and talk about it. I have a lot to do tomorrow, so at some point, you know, make sure you check the community tab, or I may post something and say, hey, let's go live and talk about it. But this particular announcement, y'all, sound like we're going further and further into something that just doesn't sound good at all, okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hey, I'm going to keep my eye on this story, definitely. And I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.